than the week before we had. The 2 weeks before.
Oh my gosh, that's more.
That's just crazy.
You heard me tell it
Sharpening.
earlier.
Uh,
Oh, your knife that come with scissors. I'm like, yeah, that's for this little thing. Even though I don't know what it do, I pulled it out. And I was like, you need to stab the light with it.
Right, but you can sharpen your knife so they can stab you like most.
Just tell us when it's time to shut up, y'all. I thought y'all was prepared. So that's what I'm
We're
still
still
talking about.
prepared.
Shut up.
We're still prepping.
Huh?
It's all good. We're still prepping.
Okay, Dad. First of all, it ain't nothing you big news, so maybe that's all.
That's why it's gonna be extra sharp.
French butters on.
I don't even like the way it's like you trying to cut my food.
Behind the scenes.
I don't like all that. Oh, anyway.
Alright. Then we'll take a shot.
Sit back down where it was.
Well, make that a minute. You know, with the top.
Jim Beam.
Just saying, you brush your shit over.
Oh yeah, no.
I ain't going to that. Me. You knew it was coming. You ain't be spread away.
We were going back and forth.
You sure you don't want a slush?
Yes, please. Let me have some.
Okay.
Let's get them.
How many you got in there?
2. You can have one. I don't know.
You said you had 2, so you give him one, there's no more.
It's
It's
an
like
extra.
two-
one
they're-
for you.
they're
We
like-
already had ours.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I said, Mom.
Oh,
You going to
I wish I did.
oh, you said you got work
Funny,
with
Dad.
Where?
Terry shit.
Good, where's the cat?
Yeah,
Oh,
I closed
one
that
that's
day.
right there.
I got
Who knows? You ready?
Yeah.
3. What up, 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 what up? What up? It's your boy T.
And it's your man B.
And you on the ride up.
Season 3, episode 1.
Episode 1? Season 2, episode 1?
Uno.
We're gonna Christian this one. Did we already give one? Who did we give season 2, episode 1 to? Did we get at the penny?
I think it depended. If we did, I don't know we was doing it. I don't know if we was doing it yet.
Hey, listen. So we're gonna get this one the Cam Newton episode.
Okay.
It's the Cam Newton episode.
Shout out to Cam. Yeah. With the weird type. Don't stop doing that, bro. You're 30-something years old. Stop doing that.
Hey man,
What's going on, brother?
good man.
A lot's happened, man.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting 2 weeks, up and down, man. You cut grass like you did up the front lawn today, and Snake Show. It is what it is. Love is
I
love.
like what you did today. I feel like I like what you did there.
Love is love, though. The people that gonna ride with you, gonna ride with you, and people not, it's not. The shit, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey man, just got my ass kicked yesterday. Mother's Day, man. Listen, for everybody else, for the mothers is amazing. For everybody who
Trying to do it, yeah.
who don't have to work in the restaurant business, it's a great day. Most people get an off day. Oh, not in restaurant business.
I don't know.
We get our ass kicked, boy. It's the busiest day of the year for the restaurant. I don't know about every other industry, but I know for our industry, it's the
That's
busiest day.
great.
So on a Sunday, let me put it in perspective real quick. On a Sunday,
Mhm.
you'll probably do 15, 18, if you like 100,000 in the store.
Mhm.
We did 30.
They should make Mother's Day every month.
Valentine's Day is one of the busiest days. We did about 30 for Valentine's Day, but we got our ass kicked so bad we gave like 2,000 of that back in comps and shit.
Are you guys doing the bonuses, trying to get people back to work and all that type of stuff?
Bonuses?
Man, they've been.
All right, so let me tell you. One of the things this company that I work for did is they paid their staff during the pandemic, even when they were sitting at home. Unfortunately, some of the staff members that was getting paid didn't come back.
Right.
You know, so that this company definitely did their part in looking out so that
I just saw Chipotle double they paid their minimum wage. I saw Wawa's offering $500 bonuses. What's the next? Jersey Mike's is doubling they minimum wage. We're going to $15 an hour everywhere.
Yeah.
Voluntarily. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, and DC's opening up in a month, in a couple weeks actually.
Well, you know, if you got people doing it voluntarily, it's going to be mandatory or something.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same shit. It is what it is. But
says an employee, not an employer.
Hey, look,
they
bro,
should.
Yeah, facts. I mean, look, bro, look. My employer is riding $200 a share right now in a pandemic. That they was at 120.
It's pretty good.
They riding at 2, and they had commercial real estate.
Yeah.
Where like the buildings empty. How that's happening? Okay, so let you know what I mean. So yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no. It was my first round down.
All right. Thank you. So we are in the live studio audience. My father-in-law, Frank Boris, is in the house, and my beautiful, beautiful wife. I know we've said girlfriend for a long time, and fiance for a long time, but my wife is in the building cooking and stuff. And they're supposed to have some other guests, but yeah, man, let's get to business. We doing football. We doing TV.
No.
Let's do TV. Because we've been watching a lot of Netflix. We watched a lot of Netflix. She went to sleep on Synchronic. Shout out to Anthony Mackie for being Netflix Actor of the Year the last 3 years. I mean, he's been in Black Mirror. He's been in that that jump with Denzel Idris. Shout out to Denzel Idris. I'm trying to make you the Black Panther for Black Panther 3, bro. I'm trying to make it happen for you.
You got Ryan on speed dial?
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, Kevin Feige. Come on, bro. Let's make it happen. So yeah, he's in that movie, and he's in this new movie called Synchronic. And the ending is about as white, halfway woke, racist as you can get it. I'm not going to spoil it because you haven't seen it, right? And she went to sleep.
I haven't got around to get to it.
And so I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but it's a great concept, and it just fumbled the ball because it's trying to tackle race in some weird way at the end. And yeah, that's where we're at. Synchronic. It's a good watch. Watch it, though. Watch it. See for yourself. Then we watched Laundromat, the finance movie. Has Meryl Streep and Gary Oldman and Antonio Banderas. So you should watch it.
That's a solid character.
Yeah, you should watch that. Off that. And you don't watch it yet, right?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
So it's about
I have way more on my plate than you do, Brian. I have way more on my plate than you do.
We don't have to compare shows.
I have a long no. This isn't a life struggle. This is a binge struggle.
Oh yeah, probably.
Like my laundry list of things to watch.
We watching The Circle for like
because I have people always like you have your wife putting stuff on your list. Every now and then maybe
I love The Circle though.
Or maybe we'll put something on your list.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have your industry doesn't have a bunch of people always adding stuff to your list. I have people constantly saying, "Oh, you need to watch this," or "You need to watch that." So I have stuff popping up on my list all the time.
You got a Captain America Bucky Barnes list.
Yeah, I do.
A book.
I do. I do. So Synchronic is on my list. I have heard the circle. Actually, one of my friends said that she might audition for
Try
season
out?
3.
Yeah, dope. I would love to. I got 2, 3 hours.
So the circle is something somebody mentioned to me as far as
Yeah,
You
season
need to
1
binge
and 2,
watch.
yeah.
I binged, like I waited so long to finally watch Snowfall. I binged
I didn't
three.
watch the last season.
I binged 3.5 seasons in like a week.
It's
so-
beautiful.
so
It's a great movie. It's a
Great show. So I got up to like season 4, episode maybe 3, and then I'm gonna binge the rest of it for the season.
Mhm.
I had to space it out because I started watching them.
Mhm. I didn't. The
Bro,
reviews of me, the
listen.
reviews of them, it kept me on.
Listen,
I'm not a really scary movie.
it's not a scary show. It's a horrific show.
Mhm.
It's terrifying in a psychological manner, unlike a lot of things I've ever seen. It's like
It's like they're
I think-
terrorizing black people.
I think because in cinema, a lot of times when you think scary movie,
Mhm.
you think gore.
Mhm.
You think like jump scares,
Mhm.
go like eerie.
Saw,
Where it's you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You think in that way, like the classics, Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, Chucky. You know what I'm saying? And then you have those horror movies like that are demonic.
Mhm.
So
Same
demonic films for me have always been an issue because of my upbringing, grandma, they say don't watch scary movies, don't don't celebrate Halloween, all that shit like that. So when you see like stuff like Cult and stuff like that, when they dance with that whole the demon stuff, it's like don't sit well with me. But them
Mhm.
is troubling on another level because it's like it's so well crafted and so well written that you have to honestly look at think like, damn, I'm pretty sure this was some reality shit happening to black. There's some supernatural shit that I'm not suggesting it's legit, but some of the other stuff,
Oh yeah.
the bigotries,
Right.
man.
Look, man, we were talking about this yesterday with my sister-in-law, and I was like, she was like, she doesn't watch a lot of stuff because she talks about it all the time. She wants to get away from the reality of it. And that's one of those things, like them, like I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch it. Like we might like sit down and try to watch it, but like when they see us, I'm never gonna watch it. I already know the Central Park 5 story. I don't want to relive it through their eyes, bro. I just is what it is. Like we sitting here, we're alive today because we got away from it. Like we're still like we're still might get trapped. So we're young enough, so we can get it. Doesn't matter when you get stopped or whatever. It's what happens to you. If you fit the description, you know, we got stopped in the car. One of those B&T nights. We got stopped in the car. We fit the description of a stolen car. Remember that? Don't remember that? We was pulling in the lanes down. Anyway, so yeah, you fit the description. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. So I realize it's hard now to watch some of that shit, but it's if it's good cinema, it's good cinema. So I guess we got to get back around to the second series that Disney Plus has put out, featuring Marvel characters.
Hey, talk about it.
Our guy Falcon, I don't know if it's our guy, but Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Anthony Mackie.
What do you think about it? My brother thinks it's great.
It's amazing. No, it's amazing. There's some flaws. The biggest flaw for me is only 6 episodes.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't like shows that are limited series that don't announce. If it's a limited series, announce it. So you won't get my hopes up there and I got more shit coming. Like same thing with WandaVision. They had 8 episodes. I'm like,
they did announce it. At first, I think it was supposed to be 8 at
So
first.
I guess in my mind, I'm still gonna get 8 because we got 8 in one division, but we only got
They
6.
announced it.
So they got, and I thought it was gonna be closer to the launch date for Loki.
No, because
So-
Bad Batch is in the middle of this.
Well, it's two different franchises. So
But that's not how Disney's handling it.
what is it in Disney? Disney doesn't have
It's
this.
on Disney Plus.
So what? Dang.
That's how I was thinking.
But that don't
that's
mean
not what-
anything because Disney also has they have the Mighty Ducks,
Yeah, they're playing, yeah.
and they have
Shout out to Justin.
the long long shot.
Mhm.
I just call it long shot.
I think so, something.
It's a good show. Both of those shows are good shows too.
Mhm.
So they have all those, and now they added the Bad Batch,
Mhm.
which will be showing. You know what I'm saying all 3 of those shows to be on at the same time. I'm sure they're going to overlap with Loki whenever Loki wants.
Well, I think the Bad Batch is like, it might be 67 episodes. It might overlap a little bit.
They're all going to overlap
Because Loki starts June 11th. Something like that.
yeah, they're all going to overlap. And they all, I anticipate they all overlap. Depends because the other ones don't seem like they're going to be 6 episodes. Well, because I think the Mighty Ducks episode is already at 6.
It's all minutia. It's all.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Go back to Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes.
You thought it was amazing.
I thought it was
great. Shout out to Willpower.
I thought it was amazing.
I am going.
I feel like when it comes to cinema, especially when it comes to MCU, you can be both amazing and have flaws.
Mhm.
Because amazing, awesome, none of those say perfect. So I think it had some great stuff. The only thing I had issues with is the antagonist of the show was just the antagonist didn't satisfy me enough. But I also felt that same way with Wonder Woman. Like it was too much of a
Well, she is there.
it was too much of a layup as far as the competition. Like it took like a half an episode to win. To overcome
I think
the obstacle.
I think they were setting up is that she is an antagonist, right? The WandaVision. I'm just going back to the for half a second. I think they were setting up that she is the antagonist. That Agatha was, it was all along, but she was setting up. But she set up little things. Charlotte Capricorn. I think they were setting up that she is to be reckoned with. Like, you know, you saw Doctor Strange. She's going to be in Doctor Strange's next movie.
Mhm.
So
She might be the antagonist in
and
the movie.
she's probably the antagonist. So, she set up to be an all-powerful type of person. She's reaching her actual power set. That's her power. So, like, I think that's what the overall goal of the show was. That and to set up White Vision and to set up Monica Rambeau, right? So, I think that fulfilled his mission. Like, you know what I mean? I agree with you. Like Agatha was underwhelming to a certain extent, but she's not really a powerful character in the
Well, I'm not saying she was underwhelming. I'm saying maybe we're spoiled, but it's taking like teams of Avengers to overcome certain people.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just her. I mean, yeah, Photon played a little part in it, but not a lot.
No, but you know what? Like I say, like I think they're setting up her story to be. First of all, she's an antagonist in their own story. So they're setting her up to be the antagonist into this next movie. Now with Falcon and Winter Soldier, you thought it was amazing. Big bro, shout out to Willpower. Thought it was great, quote unquote.
It sounds like you just saying that, like you about to say it's all right.
It's good.
And I'm gonna say you need to relax before you say, okay, it's good, okay.
It's good.
What's your issue?
My issue, the flag smashers.
So the same issue I had then.
My issue, the power broker. My issue.
That was the point. The power broker was. Okay.
Shout out to Will.
The power broker was probably the most disappointing part of the show.
Okay, so I don't care if it was Sharon Carter, right? It could have been Sharon Carter the whole time, right? But my problem is this. Like, why draw it out? Who gives a shit? Let us know, even if you don't let them know. Who cares about an extra credit scene?
So,
Like, you gonna let the post credit scene be that? Like, who gives a shit? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hated that. I hated it. It sucked.
you know, I told you I watch New Rockstars YouTube channel, and I watch Everything Always. New Rockstars, one of them did suggested it would be her as power. So it's like
It was, but even like she fought her own people just to keep cover. Like,
it was
to keep her
weird.
cover, she
It was
fought
weird.
her own people and killed.
It was weird, bro.
She killed the other. Like, I get why she killed the girl that Falcon and Bucky went to at first to keep her cover or whatever. That could have been what it was, but they didn't lay that out with it all. Like that, and that was like a third of the plot. So the one third is the plot of this whole series is, okay, let's say 1/4. 1/4 of the plot is who the power broker is, right? The other fourth is who are the flag smashers and what their motives and goals are, right? 2. 3 is the race aspect of becoming Captain America. That's 3. 4 is maybe Bucky redemption arc and John Walker, right? John Walker was great.
Yo, shout out to Wyatt
Yeah,
Russell.
shout out to Walker.
I'm a big fan of his dad. You know, that's one of my favorite
Yeah,
action
Kurt
stars
Russell.
of all time. And man, when you can hit the sand and make people hate you through your character, I mean, you've done your job. People will see. Like, I don't know if Wyatt Russell can now do anything other than be a villain and anything else now, because like he's so disliked at this point.
Yeah, no,
Because he did such a good job.
It was a dope portrayal of the actual character you guys get.
Yeah.
And how it was supposed to be in the comic. So the okay, so that part was great, like amazing. You do it. Bucky, amazing, right? So that's half. That's 50%, right?
Melodic, amazing.
Melodic.
Hey yo, come on.
Very similar.
When they hit my man with the auto shutdown on it all, threw my man off, didn't it?
Put the Tai Chi on it.
That was one of the great. I love that shit.
Bucky was great. The dynamic between Bucky and Sam is great. But it's like, fam, the flag smashers. So who are they? Like, and I get you was filming through a pandemic. You had to cut some stuff out because of the pandemic.
So how much do you think that affected the story?
A lot.
So with that being said, how do you grade the show?
On a curve, you rated a B.
It's a curve. On a curve, it's still a B+?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think they could have.
I gave it an A-.
I think even their
A-.
workarounds. Okay. I think their workarounds didn't work as well as they could have. And shout out to Julia Louis-Dreyfus too for that's going to be a big character for sure.
So the reason why I say I give it an A- is because even though I understand maybe underwhelmed is a better word for it with the flag smashers. I think they represented a solid antagonist. They made for great scenes. The only reason why I give them an A- is because of
and they all got killed.
How they wrote out. That's like they were just super soldiers, but they weren't fighters.
Mm-hmm.
So after if we equal out the strength, now you gotta be able to fight.
And then they killed Bat Rock.
So obviously they're not better fighters than the people that were going to be. You know, you're not a better fighter than Bucky. You're not a better fighter than these guys who've been in the military. These are just regular people who just got, the juice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you have this, like, bro, the murder scene with the shield alone puts it to an A for me. I'm sorry.
That was a great episode. First, let's shout out to Battlestar, who's felt like, I'm just saying this.
I didn't expect him to be getting killed.
You know what? I kind of did because I didn't think they were going to do his like real conflict where his parents get killed, so I didn't think they were going to do that. So they were making it like they had to make it like so you turn the switch and turn crazy, right? So what's the easiest way to do? You get us attached to Battlestar, Emma Hoskins, and then he dies, and he's his moral center, like through the show,
Yeah.
and that makes all the sense. So that puts him in a different place.
The way they use his death, they didn't waste his death.
No, and
That's a good thing.
I want to talk about Lamar Hoskins a little bit because he felt like the first black character. Like, I'm not saying it right.
Unpack that for me.
Okay, so black characters we've gotten throughout this so far, right? You got in Brody, right? We got
Yeah.
military, stoic, by the books
Yeah.
character, right? Falcon, military, by the books, nice, like
Okay.
character.
Where we going?
No,
I mean, because there's a lot of. I mean, you got.
Wait. And I'm not saying that they're not black. Black Panther, stoic, regal,
Okay.
dope character. No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not shitting on Noah because I love him. I love
I'm just following you right here.
I love all those guys.
Okay.
Lamar Hoskins felt real, like from the hood. Like he felt like not even from the hood, but like he felt like he's smoking a Newport on the corner. Like, I walk up to him and say, "What's up?" to him.
I disagree.
Really?
I feel like he could be Falcon. He was military.
I felt like
He was military. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. When you go to the scene where Walker had the serum in the cut and he was debating on using it, he asked Battlestar, would he use it? He gave him the answer, but he also gave him a reason why. You asked Falcon that same question, he would have given you the same answer.
He said no.
But I mean, the reason why though, it just makes you more of who you are. Maybe Falcon knows that who he is, he don't need to be on no super serum.
Okay.
Whereas Battlestar knows that hell yeah, I would take it. But he also has a better moral center than John Walker. And so he knows if I do it, I'm not gonna kirk out and kill somebody with a goddamn shield.
I don't think I'm talking about so much as how he was written,
Okay.
as much as how he was portrayed.
Okay.
Like how he spoke. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
he came across as something more natural than I've seen before. I mean, of course, we all have Falcon characters in our lives, like twin roadies in our lives. I've had those of my mentors. I know that person. I also know a person like he looks at you like something different. Like you know what I mean? Like there's something different about in his eyes.
Maybe that's. I think I feel what you're saying now. Maybe that's probably why I didn't expect them to kill him. I thought he would have. I thought that he would have been fucked up to the point where he looked like he might have died, and at the moment that made Walker snap.
Right.
And then he kirked out, killed her, and then found out, man, I did all that. My man didn't die.
Right.
Now I feel even worse. Now I look even worse of a human being. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I was saying I thought it was really good. But I mean, I like that. I liked it. I take it back. I loved it. And I'm telling you, I waited. I didn't wait until I woke up. I was up Thursday night up until 3 o'clock Friday morning, watching every episode. I tell you how I went. Me and the little bro Tan, aka Dookie Club on Call of Duty. We'll be playing Call of Duty up to like 2:50. And then this the last game, dog.
Yeah.
I have a night job, we have a morning job. Plus I have a human alarm clock to wake me up on time.
There's no news. It's not 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 news. It's not.
No, but I think yeah, I'm gonna be paying below. Can't wait.
No, I can't wait for Loki. Absolutely. I think Loki's gonna, out of the three that's gonna come out this year, I think. Actually, what if it's gonna come after that? But man, I can't wait. First off, Tom Hiddleston, I mean, it's like, come on, bro.
So I look, man, you see the phase 4 video clip that they put out? Man, they know how to rile us up, boy. I tell you.
Eternals, Shang-Chi,
They know how to rile us up. And then they get a name for Wakanda forever.
Damson Idris, Black Panther 3. Please, we have not seen the end of T'Challa. That is not the way to go. I swear. If God forbid, somebody else passed.
So let me ask you a question. Why do you want him to be? Do they look? Do you think
Damson?
yeah.
First of all, because I believe he's Nigerian from UK, right? Okay, that's one thing. So I think he can do that. First of all, he doesn't sound like anything like he does in Snowfall in real life. So I think he can do the accent.
Okay.
That's one thing. He's 30 years old, so I think he's a little younger than
Do you think he
Chadwick.
woke up and had that?
Absolutely.
In the field?
They got Paul Rudd a 6-pack. They got Indian homie that's gonna be an Eternals 6-pack. They can get him a 6-pack. That's not a big deal. And Black Panther, in my opinion, Black Panther doesn't have to be like Captain America big.
Yeah.
Um,
He's scrawny. I mean, he probably has a 6-pack at this point, but he's scrawny.
I think you add 20 pounds, just like anybody else. Right?
He be wearing a lot of suit.
They CGI it up. All I'm saying is this: they need to recast T'Challa. We should not have seen the end of T'Challa for 10 years. That's ridiculous. And you can make sure he's Black Panther. You can make.
I can definitely say
revive Killmonger, which is crazy.
I wouldn't do that, but I would definitely say this. Though it was a tragic loss,
Yeah,
it is a tragic loss.
Yeah.
There's no way that I would ever agree that the character should die with the actor.
Right.
Because that would suggest that the character wasn't important before he took on the
It's such a ridiculous.
I mean, it's no way we can have 5 Batmans.
Right. 4 Spider-Man.
5 Supermans and only 1 Black Panther.
Y'all sized him to the point where not sized him. Like he's not that important. He's a C character in the comics. He's the character in the comics.
I mean,
so and
but you got to think about
he's
why.
Important in the comics.
You got to think about why he was that.
Absolutely,
Because we don't buy comic books
to a certain extent.
to that level.
I get that. No, I understand that. What I'm saying is that all I'm saying, and he's important. They've made him very important in comics. All I'm saying is that you boosted his profile to only let him have 1 movie.
Like
That's a miscarriage. That's a travesty. That's more of a travesty, a tragedy. I'm sorry. I'm about to say something crazy. Rest in peace, Chadwick. Like the last thing, Ma Rainey shit. Like that was, he proved himself. He was a masterful actor. Like T'Challa's not his best character.
No.
Like,
I mean, to be honest with you, I argue that it might be his worst.
You don't know, it might be
Like,
Ma Rainey.
no spike. I mean, obviously, I love Black Panther movie, but I would argue that it's not in his top 3.
No, why not?
Yeah, it put him on the map because of the MCU, but
I mean, he had 42. He was so good. He did so much in such a little time period. Like he fought fire. He was 35 years old. That was 39 this year. Last year, this year. He did 42. He did Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall. He did this movie with Ma Rainey. He did Message to the King, Message from the King. Black Panther,
12 Bridges.
12 Bridges, get on up, 7 movies just off the top of my head. He's good on all, great in all of them. Black Panther, just the character itself
Yeah,
relegates you to a certain thing. So it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
actually get.
I know what you're saying, but I feel like, I mean, a third of your acting as Black Panther is in the suit.
The king, yeah.
It's in the suit
Yeah,
anyway.
behind a mask.
And it was, I'll be honest with you, I thought that the role in the Civil War was
Way better, yeah.
way better. That was, so I wouldn't even put Black Panther, like the movie Black Panther obviously was a better vehicle, but I think Civil War, because he was actually on somebody, he was on your ass
Right.
versus, you know, trying to defend somebody's arm.
He was defending himself. Look, man. Look, we were talking about Falcon.
Hey, I'm sorry, I don't want to interject, but I got to, because I said that I was gonna do this. I wanted to start the show off with this, it slipped my mind, but I'm gonna look at the camera, I'm gonna pan to the camera. Former classmate of mine from Kenmore Middle School, when they tell us that, you know, Prince George's County schools ain't shit, where they, you know, everybody takes shots at all the public schools in our county, and some of them well deserve it. I don't know about where Kenmore Middle is now as far as curriculum and as far as developing young minds, but the 94 to 96 class that I'm a part of representing featured one young man named Colin Wiley. You may know him now by Cole Wiley, or if you follow him on any of his social medias, it's Wolf Wiles. Ended up going to Hampton University, ended up going to Harvard Law, and is now a bona fide screenwriter. He has a movie on Netflix right now called Monster that launched on Friday that features Jeffrey Wright. When I told Brian about this the other day, like, how many more names do you need to name?
That's Jeffrey Wright.
Like,
All right.
if you get an amazing talent like Jeffrey Wright to sign on to be a role in your movie. It has Jennifer Hudson in it.
Yeah.
A$AP Rocky is in it. It's a solid cast led by the name of Jeffrey Wright. But it's a great man. Listen, great movie.
That's what's up.
Great movie.
PG.
I was watching Cole went on Instagram Live on Friday when the movie was launching. He was on it with another good friend of mine, Jamal, who I went to Roosevelt with. And they had a conversation for about 45 minutes to an hour. And he was talking about just how he doesn't see himself being a part of a jail or justice system movie for another long while because of how much of the mental struggle.
That's what, that's earlier when you talking about, when they see it, stems, all that. It's hard to watch.
This one right here, hey, listen, man. Did I watch the movie because I know who's behind it? Of course. But if you take his name away and you still give me this movie, I'm still gonna watch it. So make sure y'all gonna watch Monster. And I told him I was gonna give him a shout out, and I told him I was gonna click it. So Monster on Netflix, starring Jeffrey Wright.
Next couple days. Shout out to my man.
Cole's so dope, and he doesn't even talk about this. He directed a video for John Legend that should have won a goddamn musical.
John Legend and Nas is part of that. Like when you watch the trailer, because I watched it a couple times now. I don't know why, but whatever. John Legend is the executive producer, and Nas is the executive producer. And Jeffrey Wright is, of course, leading actor.
It doesn't surprise me because he,
And Nas, first of all, shout out to Nas, who has made like hundreds of dollars, millions of dollars, over like all these IPOs that's coming out, Tony Blade face and all that. But yeah, like he picked another one. He picked another one. Like,
oh, so it's funny. I went to school with Cole.
Yeah.
He was Colin then. We never called him Cole. We called him Colin. We call him Colin.
Okay.
Or some of us call it Colin, but it's Cole. He's so humble that I didn't find out until maybe 2 weeks ago.
a written part.
No, that his dad worked for fucking ESPN.
Oh, wow.
And his dad was so major at ESPN that they did a documentary on him and aired it on ESPN, and Cole was on the documentary.
Wow.
Ralph Wiley.
Oh shit.
Who- Exactly.
Oh.
When it's
You
funny.
just hit me. Like, yeah, no, I see
So
that.
and I'm sure Lucy's gonna give me shit. She's not gonna give me shit about it. She's gonna mention it though. Cause I've been fanboying Cole for like the last month. No shaming. Because one thing I said since the day I found out I would have a son, that I've been saying what? My son is gonna be a fucking GOAT. And I'm like, now I have a fucking blueprint. Because I want my son to be
And we're gonna switch into
able to do all of that.
that's crazy because you have a son. My little brother has.
Oh, shout out to Willpower, they having the
Yeah, so
girl.
little niece is
Yeah,
coming.
having the girl.
But she's not out the stomach yet. But my little nephew is, and he's a year younger
Yeah.
than Ted. And you know he wants to invest in him. And I think what I'm telling him is, I don't know, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. I don't know, you know. What I'm telling him is, like, man, whatever he wants to do, you invest in that.
That's how you go.
Like, you expose him to
as
things.
a parent, you also have the responsibility of constant evaluation. And that sort of leads into what you're saying. And this is the mistake that I think some people make, is that you already have preconceived ideas of what's to be.
Right.
You have to be constantly evaluating.
So I don't want him to get so stuck in that he didn't get. Okay. I don't know if this is his mindset or not.
Okay.
I don't want to get him so stuck in that mindset. I didn't get this when I was trying to pursue football.
That's part of it, bro. That's part of it. That's called learning from the past.
So, but I want him to learn from the past and that if he looks at it and like, and Denver was like fucking building volcanoes and shit. Like, you know what I mean? He's doing biochemistry.
But see, that's why he has, listen, that's why he has great brothers like you and Will, because if he's so close to it and he don't recognize it, he has you and Will in his corner and he listens to y'all and say, hey, listen, I know you want him to be, the next Barry Sanders or Ray Lewis because you love football, and he may even love football, but like, listen, you need to make sure that you make this primary because
he's too. Like, I'm not trying. Yeah.
Listen,
exactly.
You think I waited? Listen, hey, look, I don't know how other people develop their kids, but I'll say this right now. I'm proud as hell as, like we had the conversation the other day. I'm proud as hell of what I've done as a father, because I feel like if you look at other kids, you look at other markers that they expect kids to hit these markers, my son is exceeding them. He's exceeding them because we never did the old Google guys and all that other stuff. We didn't do that shit. And you hear people say, "Oh, I don't talk to him."
Gets talked to like a grown ass man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to, like, you have to develop those social skills early.
Yeah.
You know, it's because listen, when you have if you have those kids, you don't want them to be 4 and 5 years old and they're still struggling to put sentences together.
Mhm.
Because what happens is when they start getting around other kids that are, you know what I'm saying, more socially agile,
Kind of the same talk about.
they might. I mean, I'm not even saying they're condescending. The little kids, I mean, they do it on, they don't do it, they know they're doing it. But what happens is when you're around other kids and they're getting kudos for being smart, you start to feel dumb.
Mhm.
And then you start to act dumb and you start to buy into the dumb. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
I didn't know
just
what was
be-
going on. But
just because you, and that's the thing for me, it's like, yo, there's gonna be markers that Teddy nails, that he smoked. He was holding his own bottle for 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
Mhm.
But he also, I mean, so it's like the balance of it, he was also in the bed with, you see, he was in our bed until he was like almost 3 years old. Where some parents, their kid may not be able to speak a word, but he was in his own bed, you know, he's potty trained. Like there's markers that we haven't made. So it's like you can't be.
it's not a judgmental thing. What I'm saying is because I mean I'm 3 months married, so we're
Still do it.
absolutely. Those are great times. We didn't talk about that, but it was a beautiful fucking night. That was a great night.
I bet it was. Too much the wedding or the after the wedding?
I went to sleep, nigga.
Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta break with you. How'd you let this nigga go to sleep after y'all wedding?
Well,
We had a whole after party after the wedding.
Like, yeah, I'm about to say, we didn't
So
just.
Shadow wasn't blowing the clock after the wedding?
Shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
It's a Mo Better Blues reference, don't worry about it.
No,
Maybe that's gonna be on your list. of-
everybody, and people
Watch that
people
movie.
came to the hotel.
A
And
bunch of people.
yeah, so it was a long time after that.
That's like a couple hours.
Yeah, and then I
Oh,
went.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I went to sleep.
We was on the green belt when we could have been in a freshman job.
Nigga, you don't care. Everybody could have came in.
Everybody just went across the street because they was like, we're home. It's like,
We're going and chilling. Yeah, this is. I don't know if we're gonna cut this out or not.
News to me. No.
oh, shit, sorry.
Best man didn't even know.
Wait, but wasn't somebody?
I thought I was doing my deed just by putting shit in my trunk.
Maybe chilling, but it was.
Now, as long as y'all had, listen, it ain't about me. As long as y'all had a great fucking time, that's all that matters.
Man,
And we know you had a great
I
time.
had a beautiful time, and we was lit.
Yes, you
Lit. Look, bro, like, nah, I want to get back. Back to the future, 'cause we're gonna end this with this, because I guess we're off team. Unless you want to talk about investment.
I was
Which is
just
father and sons too and shit. Like,
I was talking about that.
yeah.
I was
that's-
talking about
Okay.
Mhm.
Everybody has a plan to get punched in the mouth. So I see you with Ted. I see Ty with Tyja. I see my brother with Denver. I see shout out to Angel, who's going to a volleyball camp in the summer, and she's a grown ass woman and shit.
I didn't put like this. I didn't realize she was at your wedding until
Yeah, she was
the
low key and
reception.
shit. Yeah,
No, she was looking like she was an adult.
Yeah, she's 18.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, yeah, shout out my beautiful niece, Angel. Who's a makeup, like she real life loves makeup and can do this shit. Like, it's a fucking art. Like, if y'all don't know, we're men, we're talking mainly probably men in our basically people that listen to it. Like,
The 1,050.
yeah, facts. We're over 7,000 for power listens total. Whatever. Shout out to everybody.
Enough about us.
Yeah.
Enough about it.
We're gonna do that. That's a fucking art, bro. Like, if you have a girl, like let her explore shit like that. Like, my brother is letting her do that. Like, that's dope. You know what I mean? So whatever. Like, shout out to her. Shout out to Big Bro, and she's gonna be in HBCUs. That George Mason's gonna be watching this little volleyball camp, whatever. So I mean, she's a freshman right now. You know what I mean? So she still got 3 years to figure out what she wants to do. And it's dope, man. Like y'all raising kids, man. It's dope as hell, man. Like I said, everybody get. Here? You coming back around here? You want to be on it? Okay.
No, I was trying not to disturb.
Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson, right? Quote unquote. And I see everybody doing their thing. Like DJ does his, like he loves his kid. Ty loves his children. Like, and my brother loves his kids, and my brothers love their kids.
Mhm.
Y'all my brothers. But and it's just like interesting, like how the fuck is my original kid gonna come out, and how am I have to deal with what he likes and doesn't like, or she doesn't likes and doesn't like? You know what I mean? Like it's such a fucking mind trip. Like, damn, I can't even fucking psych myself out about this shit because this hasn't happened yet. So it's kind of like hard for me. And if we're still here in Capitol Heights, how do I fucking deal with it? If I gotta move in 5 years, what? I mean, shit like that.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. The only thing that always surfaces to the top when it comes to me being a father is don't let me fuck this kid up. Period. And I don't mean like I hope he don't do nothing bad so I gotta fuck him up. I mean like
I feel you.
from a psychological standpoint.
Right, yeah, I didn't get enough love from my
Decision-
father.
listen,
Or
I
he was too
won't-
hard on me.
What I won't do is I'm not gonna second guess myself. That's the one thing I'm not gonna do. Because I feel like I'm cerebral enough. I think about what I want and how I want it. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, maybe I should. No, listen. Because the reason why I won't do that is because I realize that there are other factors that may affect what I want.
Environmental.
You know, like for instance, his mother may want something different. So if I put into play from my standpoint one thing and her game plan or her way of thinking alters it, then I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I made a wrong decision, or no. Like for instance, if I'm on my son, if I'm on his ass, and she coddles him, then when he gets to be an adult, he despises me, but he loves his mom. Am I gonna be like, maybe I did it wrong because he hates me? No. You tough enough to let me. I know that I did my job because now you tough enough to tell me that fucking you. Because I know right now he won't say it. I mean, granted, he's 3, but he got at least a decade and a half before he looks to me in the eye and say, Dad, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. Like 10 years.
No. Trust me. My son ain't gonna say that at 13. He's not gonna say, Dad, fuck you.
13, maybe 17.
It's gonna take for my son to be damn near out the house. By then, by then, he may have the thoughts of Dad, fuck you, but he won't say that fuck you. Why? Because there's a part of me that will make sure that my son
gonna have a relationship.
there's gonna be a part of me. I mean, I'm talking about in the heat of the moment, but there's gonna be a part of me to make sure that he's still dependent. And that's the thing for me. It's not about control, but I have a responsibility because I can definitely say Lucy is one of those, everybody is their own person and entitled to their own rights and freedoms. Fuck that. Fuck that. If I can go to jail for mishandling you, then you do not have free will.
Okay.
If I can make a bad decision and I go to jail for you,
right,
then no. You don't have a choice.
Okay.
If I say it's bedtime, motherfucker, it's bedtime. If I say you eat spaghetti, bitch, you eating spaghetti tonight. Because the alternative can't be you ain't eating, because if you don't eat anything, then I'm gonna go to jail for child neglect, because that's the way life goes. Now back in the day, it was you gonna sit at that fucking table till you eat that shit, or you ain't eating nothing. And the nothing part was a real possibility.
It's facts.
And then you went to bed hungry. And then you came back and was like, oh, what's up to eat? Oh, that spaghetti's still there for you. Nowadays, the motherfucker can wait a couple hours. There's a bag of chips for him. There's a shake for him. There's all kinds of other, ways around.
All right,
You gotta trick these kids these days. But anyway,
let's move this.
anyways,
because I think Invincible is the ultimate father son.
yo, I don't want to. I know it's too many people. I know it's too many people who still haven't seen it, who plan on seeing
I
it.
mean, that's spoiled.
So I don't want to spoil it. All I'm gonna say is, yo, this show is The Boys animated, Buck Wild. It's definitely
honestly, it's a better movie.
it's animation allows you to do that.
Yeah, that's a lot of different things. But yeah, I mean, it's a comic book. Rob Kirkman, if you don't know who Rob Kirkman is, he made The Walking Dead also. So The Walking Dead is a big fucking show that people watch or still.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I mean, yeah.
He did all those
Yeah,
comments.
but
But also, it took me like 3 seasons to find out that Walking Dead was gonna come.
so there we go. So Walking Dead was a comic that Rob Kirkman created, and also Invincible was actually supposed to be the first comic that an image that was supposed to be taken over by another creator. So, but it didn't happen. So Rob Kirkman ushered it. It's only 144 episodes for comics. I remember when it came out, so I'm not gonna try to. I didn't read it. I'm not saying I diligently was.
But you're aware.
Right, I was aware. A long time ago. Anyway, yeah, Invincible is, and Rob Kirkman is a great creator. You can't take nothing away from him. The shit that he did with this 8 episodes of this animation was amazing. It holds no, it's not for kids. That's no, you see
Definitely right.
blood, guts, people dying, the real shit. If you see Superman fighting Zod and Man of Steel, this is what you would have saw on the ground. They showed everything. You know what I mean? So, and the principal, the protagonist gets his ass whipped every other episode. It's whipped, crushed, and it is fun to watch. And a lot of the B or C, D characters, whatever, they have these great arcs that are more interesting. It's maybe, in my opinion, robots arc is more interesting than the Invincible. The Marvel twins are more interesting than Invincible. You know what I mean? So
I like that. Don.
But and Titan, he's more interesting than Invincible.
So
But Invincible,
the funny thing about it is, I didn't do no backstory on this shit when I saw a cartoon that was launching. I said I would watch it, and in the first 5 minutes, I thought it was a fucking parody. Because if you look at the characters, they look very similar to DC characters.
That's like The Boys. It's actually like
They look like they pulled from DC characters and
Deep
said,
Sharp,
"Stop
DC.
That's what it looks like."
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't fuck with this. And then I was like, oh, that's blood. I'm hooked. I'm hooked. So yeah, I fuck with it.
Yeah, Invincible, man, it's a must watch. If you have Amazon Prime, or if you don't have Amazon Prime, go try to find that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Father Son shit, man. I guess if I can't spoil it, I can't really do too much about it. But he tries to teach his son the easy way, then he tries to teach his son the hard way. The superhero in a superhero way of hard way. So and that includes all the blood deaths that you can think of in an animated series. So that I think that just tied. If you watch the 8 episodes and then watch this back, and you feel that. But anyways, bro.
You know what? We're coming to a conclusion, but I was like, there's one more show that somebody put on my list.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the damn show slips my mind.
Oh, there's one.
Wait, but it's starring Bryan Cranston. fuck is the name of the show? I can't remember the name of the show, but it's on Showtime. I think Showtime. But my guy, stand-up comedian, one of my stand-up comedian friends, good friend of mine, Quan,
Okay,
put it on my list.
okay.
It'll come to me. Shit happens like that sometimes. It's actually my cue, but I can't remember it. So it's like a crime drama, but he said it's really good.
Okay.
But it's starring Bryan Cranston. So
Oh, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that's the one.
Okay.
Your Honor. He's on my list.
All right, shout out to, we're pulling up. People will see it, guys.
Facts.
Beautiful couple here in the live audience. Hey, Spain, Hungary, Poland, Singapore, Mexico, Sweden. I haven't done this before. I'm listening to all three. Jamaica, New Zealand, Turkey,
Hey man,
Belgium, the Isle of Man, who is in the UK. Shout out to
I
UK.
wouldn't know that if you didn't say it.
Pakistan, I had to look it up. But Pakistan, Argentina, Netherlands, Japan, Australia, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Russia, Puerto Rico, Canada, Czech Republic, Brazil, Germany, Ireland, the UK, of course, our states. I'm not gonna go through each individual state in France, who I think we have a bot somewhere playing in there. But shout out to everybody who's from all of those places that's listened to us and just, you know what I mean, roll with us. We're not getting, you know, no bread from this. Right
Well, we got a little bit of break.
A little bit, yeah,
We had a little bit of break.
tiny. Yeah, enough to get us off anchor.
Yeah.
Eventually, in the next couple months. Oh, but I do want to say, episode 1 is at 194 listens. I want to get it.
The initial episode,
Yeah,
first.
It's at 194 listens. I wanted to get to 200. I want to get to
Is
200.
that our closest one to 200?
Yes.
Okay.
Episode 2 is next. I want to get to 200 listens.
Yo, that's crazy. I can say right now, episode 1 isn't even close to our best episode. I have to go, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in and rank her and I'm gonna tell y'all which episode I think I can watch. But that's not even close to our best episode.
But I wanted to get 200. This is something symbolic, I think, to us. I'm on season 3 right now.
It was 6 away, 6 away, 6
absolutely.
streams away. So
I might do it myself, but you know, if it's organic, I would like it better.
some of you goofy motherfuckers to go listen to that first episode.
Shout out to the Cook Up. Thank you for being patient with us.
Yeah.
Bobby, I love you, bro. Rebella Die, shout out to you, bro.
Hey yo, shout out. Hey, listen, we gotta give Cook Up. We gotta give more than that.
Okay.
Cause listen, they need flowers.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Y'all
Bobby came to us
Mhm.
right at the end of season 1.
Mhm.
Well, I ain't gonna say us. He came to Brian because that was Brian's. He's ours man now, but that's Brian. That was Brian's man initially. He was like, "Yo, I'm starting a radio network. I want y'all on. Say less. We with the shits." So it was his first podcast on that platform. And at one point he came to us and said, "Yo, y'all talk sports. Would y'all be interested in doing a sports show?" And at the time, we definitely are interested in doing a sports
It's
only
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
But shout out to Brian for Bobby. Excuse me, I said Brian. Shout out to Bobby for being hungry and being a go-getter. He landed a great podcast for sports for the platform, and he's built out that platform. The team at the Cook Up. Hey yo,
Shout out to y'all, bro.
it's a winning team.
Everybody
It's
is.
a
Everybody
winning
is.
team. The whole Cook Up Network fan.
Shout out to South Jersey. I love it. It's my 3rd home. Philly, here, Philly, South Jersey. And yeah, man, I love everybody from there. Liz, shit. And you know what I mean? Fresh. All y'all, everybody, man. I love it. You know what I mean? Y'all my brothers, man. I love y'all. But the Cook Up, man, Bobby. We got another one for you. And we're gonna have another one for you after this. You know what I mean? But yeah. Man. Is you wrap
Hey,
up?
listen. You wanna ride up?
One.
One.